Okay, Pinellas County, Florida, people ask about this area all the time. It's actually the beaches for the whole Tampa area, award-winning beaches in all kinds of ranges. People love this area for very specific reasons. We're gonna get into all those reasons today. Here we go. All right, obviously this video is about Pinellas County. We in Pinellas County just got slammed super hard with Hurricane Helene. That's happening right now, so I don't wanna just gloss over that and be insensitive about that. Actually, my own home that I've still been trying to sell since it flooded last year with Adalia, I'm trying to sell again, just filled with 4 feet of water. But people are hurting worse than me, way worse than me. So I don't want to be insensitive to that by publishing this video right now. Pinellas County is still a wonderful place to live for a lot of reasons, for a lot of people. Reason number one, let's hop right into it, is beaches. We're actually at the Dunedin Causeway right now, big public beach right here in between Dunedin and Palm Harbor. There's a big causeway that goes out here out to a state park. But when we talk about beaches, let's differentiate a little bit. The way that I want to differentiate with beaches is tourist beaches and natural beaches. Those are two very different things. Like, yeah, we could go tourist and local. I don't really want to think about it like that, because St. Pete Beach, although it's kind of a tourist-focused beach, if you live nearby, that's your local beach. So personally, I'm a fan of the more natural beaches. So the Dunedin Causeway is an example of that, but further out, Honeymoon Island is a state preserve just down this road. You take a ferry over to Caladesi Island, or if you have a boat, or if you have a kayak or a paddleboard, you can get out there on your own. Anclote Key would be another example of a very natural beach, and there's all kinds of little sandbar style beaches throughout this intercoastal area right along the Gulf. As you go down further, you see this stretch from Clearwater Beach all the way down to Fort DeSoto. This is mostly tourist beaches. And what I mean by that is, like, there's condos right there on the beach, there's restaurants nearby. Fun kind of experience, but very different. If you live nearby, though, you would grow to love those local spots, and they oftentimes do feel very local. Now, the biggest difference in those beaches compared to the more natural beaches is just the influx of tourists. But these beaches are beautiful. There's all different kinds, whether you like a more natural or you like a really wide beach. I've had some clients that really don't like a super wide beach, like St. Pete Beach. You can see right there in that drone shot, like, what I mean by how wide it is. But there's beaches for everyone. Now, the sandbar life, I think if I could have it my own way, that's what I'd have. Okay, we're gonna go into downtowns next, but to do that, we're actually gonna head to downtown Dunedin so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So one really unique thing about Pinellas County is the size of the towns. Well, it's the size and the age. A lot of these towns have been here for a long time, and you have a lot of towns that are, 50,000 people or less. So you get a really cool, like, small town charm and feel. Now, Dunedin, where we are right now, around 36,000 people. Everybody goes on and on about how charming and quaint, and yeah, I get that. But I'm not just saying, like, charming in the sense of, like, the real estate sense, like expensive small houses. Not just that. There is some of that for sure. But also you have this unique downtown kind of feel. And you get that in a lot of towns in this county. It's not just in Dunedin. You have like a center of a town, whether that's Tarpon Springs or Palm Harbor. Dunedin, you kind of go down the coast, Clearwater, even Largo. A lot of the beach towns have this. Then you go over to the other side, you go over to Safety Harbor, Oldsmar. You have kind of a downtown kind of feel. That's one thing that people really love about this county. So we're about to pull up to downtown Dunedin, and we'll show you what that's like. So this trail right here, the Pinellas Trail, goes right through downtown Dunedin. You can see all these shots of Dunedin, so many breweries, cool restaurants, and a lot of stuff has access to this trail. One of the things we love to do is go to the park that's just about half a mile down this trail, play with the kids a little bit, and then we could ride bikes and everything right down here and have dinner. So another thing that people love about Dunedin is just established communities. There's not much new development going on like in the suburbs. There's not a lot of new traffic, and even the population isn't growing that much. When you look at the population growth of Pasco County compared to Pinellas County, you can see those graphs right here. Pasco County, yeah, it's been a weird season where it's growing a lot. But in the midst of that, you can see that Pinellas County is staying pretty stable. It's about 1 million people right here in this county, and it is the most densely populated county in the state. But that kind of established feel creates this downtown, creates neighborhoods that feel a certain way, creates schools and all these kind of things that feel a very certain way. And that is one of the things that people love about Pinellas County. Okay, so one of the biggest highlights of Pinellas County is actually the city of St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is about 250,000 people. And every time I talk about it, the St. Pete locals kind of light me up in the comments. St. Pete has a super engaged community and it's super awesome city in so many ways. The downtown, along Beach Drive and along Central Avenue has so much to do. Literally restaurant after restaurant after restaurant of really awesome stuff. Not only do you have the city, but you have St. Pete Beach right on the other side of that area. There's a bus that goes there. There's easy driving there. There's a trail that gets there. So you have the city with a really cool downtown, a baseball team, all those kind of things, and then you have this amazing beach. St. Petersburg is definitely one of the highlights of Pinellas County. Okay, another highlight of Pinellas County, and the reason it doesn't get excluded from people's lists is it's still accessible to Tampa really easily. So the airport is really situated. You can see it right there on the map, right in between Hillsborough County and Pinellas County. So you still have really easy access to that. But then downtown Tampa is just a little bit beyond that. You have all kinds of cool stuff like South Tampa, Hyde Park on the way to downtown. And you have everything that a big city offers. Now, previous point, St. Petersburg offers a lot of those things too. That's one of the pros of living here in Pinellas County is you get both of these cities really accessible. Okay, so you may not think of Pinellas County as having a lot of outdoor activities, but it really does. From the county parks to the trails, to all kinds of water sports. Obviously, you can get out into the Gulf and do all kinds of water sports. There's big lakes you can do a lot of water sports at, all kinds of things like that. And then golf, tons of golf options, really loved golf courses. We actually sold a house in the Pasadena Golf Club recently, and the course there was designed by Arnold Palmer himself. Really award-winning golf courses all around. As you may or may not know, I lived in Pinellas County for a few years before we moved to Pasco County. Now we have trails in our backyard, but we do miss the parks and trails in Pinellas County because in the other counties, they're just not as abundant as they are here. The parks are super nice. A lot of them are along the Gulf or along the lakes. They have different towers you can climb, all kinds of things like that. It actually really makes for a unique feel. Just getting out on the weekends, getting on the trail, getting to one of the parks, going for a nice walk, seeing the water, seeing some nature. Pinellas County has tons of that. Okay, and one of the last reasons that people often choose Pinellas County is because of how family friendly it is. There's great schools in various areas in different kinds of communities, whether you want Shorecrest Private School in St. Petersburg, or you want Palm Harbor University High and the International Baccalaureate program there. There's all kinds of options on all different sides of the county. And actually Tarpon Fundamental, which is a magnet school, you have to go through the lottery system to get into it, but an elementary school in Tarpon Springs is actually one of the top elementary schools in the whole state. Super interesting. That's where my wife went. That's why I've dug into Tarpon Fundamental so much. But all these things about Pinellas County are just to help you see if it's the place you want to call home. If that is your choice, if that's something you want to do, we would love to help you buy or sell real estate in the whole area. Our phone number and email are right there on the screen and in the description down below. Thanks for coming by.